Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, August 22nd. I'm Patricia Vallone. Glad to have you with us tonight. Well, tenants at the Lynnhill Condominiums in Temple Hills are upset that they will now have to find another place to live. Fire code inspections were conducted this morning. Afterward, Fire Chief Benjamin Barksdale declared that the complex is unsafe. Residents have until noon tomorrow to leave their condos or they'll be served with a court order. Barksdale says the property managers did work to fix the code violations. However, it just wasn't enough.
We still have issues with a lot of accumulated trash in the trash rooms and the trash chutes, as well as some of the closures with the emergency fire doors.
We are concerned about the safety of the residents here, but we have a process, and we believe a fair process would allow them the opportunity to vacate the premises in an orderly fashion with time. However, it appears the 24 hours that we have been informed of is not enough time. These individuals, some of them do not have places to go.
Now, the Prince George's Department of Social Services will help residents find new housing. Well, political opinions continue to come in about President Trump's Afghanistan plan. He unveiled it yesterday. Currently, the U.S. has just over 8,000 troops in the country. Trump said he would no longer announce troop levels. Perhaps the biggest change was to relax U.S. authority to attack the Taliban and other terrorist groups. He also wants to organize talks to bring the war to an end and to get Pakistan to stop harboring terrorists. Senator Ben Cardin weighed in on the plan.
Afghanistan, engaging the regional partners is something that needs to be done. In Pakistan and India, they're important players. Also, by the way, Russia is doing things that are counter to our interests. So we have to work with regional partners. Our objective is to end Afghanistan as a safe haven for any terrorist groups, and that requires us to make a surge in diplomacy. And where I think the president needs to concentrate is on how do you bring the warring parties together, end the conflict so the country can control its population. I think a military surge makes little sense. We've tried that in the past. We're not going to win this on the battlefield. We're going to have to win it through diplomacy.
The U.S. has been at war in Afghanistan for the past 16 years. Well, the death toll in a Sierra Leone mudslide is now up to 500, with hundreds more feared missing. Sierra Leoneans make up the second largest minority group in Prince George's County. As CTV's Sonia Srivastava tells us, this tragedy has hit home for many, and they're now pleading for help.
The images are horrifying and graphic. So far, more than 500 people killed, 150 of them children. On August 14th, a massive mudslide, sparked by heavy rains and flooding, came gushing down Mount Sugarloaf in Freetown, the capital of Sierra Leone.
They've lost everything. Can you imagine not just losing everything, but losing your entire family?
Gile Kibi Schultz grew up in Freetown and says her people are in need of help.
This is Africa. This isn't a first world country where you can have a shelter, you'll have clothes, you'll have things to provide for. You will hear stories like, oh, they were in this shelter, but we had to buy food.
There are thousands of Sierra Leoneans who call Prince George's County home, including Bowie native Sia Fanoa, who says her family was majorly affected.
My uncle called me on Saturday. I thought I was fine. You know, people were reaching out to me thinking that, oh, my family's fine. And he said, no, there are a lot of people that are unaccounted for. We don't know where they are. They either buried alive or wiped up to the sea.
Sierra Leone, a small country with a population of just over 7 million, is just now recovering from the 2014 Ebola crisis. Here, volunteers and rescue workers are seen digging up mass graves as they get ready to bury hundreds. Schultz and others are holding several events to raise money and awareness for the tragedy, including a cookout at Lake Arbor Community Center this Saturday. They're also in the process of collecting supplies that will hopefully be shipped by a container. Schultz is a gospel singer, so we asked her to sing a song that has brought her comfort during this very difficult time.
Every day is hard to live, and situations getting hard. And so I'm asking, Lord, what we can do to make a change. Hold my hands, Help me stand and help me reach into the life of another man.
For CTV News,
So much
I'm Sonia Shrivastava.
dying, killing and crying.
And for more information and to help, you can log on to SaveTheNation.org.